Hello and welcome to my video, which is entitled The Best Burgers I Ever Ate Here in America. My name is Andy, and I am currently 50 years old. And, I've done some traveling in my time. Not like a ton of traveling, but at least enough traveling to at least get by and to let people know that there's a lot of great burgers out there. I'm going to give a shout out to some of my favorite burgers here in America. Some of these actually are local, but a majority of these are places that I have came across during my travels. Well, let's begin right now, shall we? I also wanted to let everybody know that I am not ranking these. This is strictly just a list of like the best of. So, yeah, if you're ever traveling through any of these cities and states where any of these are located, definitely give them your business because they are top notch. The first place I'd like to talk about is located in St. Louis, Missouri, at a place called Stacked Burger Bar. They got two locations. The first one opened in 2012. This place has rave reviews online, both TripAdvisor and Yelp. But anyways, they're open 7 days a week. I would like to recommend their Build Their Own Burger. Their chili is really fantastic, especially if you throw in a little bit of onion and some cheese. You could do that. The chicken sandwiches are also really good if you're into chicken sandwiches. I'd also like to recommend the El Fuego burger, which I thought was pretty good, and that's also very popular there. They also serve alcohol if you want to drink alcohol there. So yes, Stacked Burger Bar, St. Louis. The second place I'd like to talk about is a place called Rich's Famous Burgers. They have 6 locations. A lot of them are along Interstate 44. They started in Sullivan, Missouri, but they also have other locations in like St. James and Pacific and some other places. Pretty much all along Interstate 44. So if you leave St. Louis and you're headed towards, Springfield or Joplin or Oklahoma or Texas, whatever, yeah, if you're on I-44, definitely check out Rich's Famous Burgers. They've been around since 1955, and they're open 7 days a week. They also serve breakfast. The things that I would recommend, though, is the Big Cheesy Burger, the Jam Burger. I also recommend the Buffalo Chips, and also, if you like dessert, the Texas Sheet Cake. All those are fantastic. Definitely try Rich's Famous Burgers. It's 6 locations. Okay, the next place that I would like to recommend, they're actually a fairly new restaurant. They've only been open for a couple years now, but the place is called The Feedlot, and they're located in a town called Cabool, Missouri, and they are about an hour east of Springfield. They specialize in smash burgers, and they use locally raised beef. I tell you what, whenever my wife and I have a cheat day, we as often as we can, we drive over to Cabool to have their smash burgers because they are fantastic. They're open 7 days a week. They're also open for breakfast if you want to go there for breakfast, but they're only open at lunchtime only. So if you're looking for a burger, unfortunately at supper time, you're going to have to go elsewhere. But like I said, they specialize in smash burgers. I highly recommend the Triple Patriot Burger. And also, they got really good onion rings and garlic cheese curds. And they're located in an old Sonic location. So it's no dine-in. It's strictly either pickup or drive-through. Okay, next place is located in Springfield, Missouri. It's called Black Sheep Burgers and Shakes. They got 4 locations around Springfield, and they're open 7 days a week. My wife and I have been here quite often. What we would recommend is the Cowboy Carl Burger, What the Doctor Ordered Burger, and the Foodie Burger. Also, these are Wagyu burgers. They're a little bit more expensive than, your typical hamburger, but I tell you what, the quality is there. They are fantastic. Also, their French fries are really good. Their sea salt and pepper fries are awesome, and so is their truffle and Parmesan fries. Their shakes are really good. I recommend the Purple Haze milkshake and also the Elvis milkshake. They also make really good lemonade. So if you're like your lemonade really tart, uh, then definitely you're going to want to try their lemonade. Another good place to get a burger in Springfield, Missouri is a place called WF Cody's. They are a dive bar. They've been around since 1975. They are open 7 days a week, except for every first Sunday of every month. And they're open till 1:30 a.m. Every night. So, tell you the go-to burgers there would be the garlic parmesan burger and the Larry burger. And they also have really fantastic hot wings. So yes, check out WF Cody's in Springfield, Missouri. The next place on my list, I'm going all the way to Amarillo, Texas, to a place called Coyote Bluff Cafe. I actually seen this on Man vs. Food many, many years ago. The place has super high ratings on TripAdvisor. Definitely very well earned because their burgers are fantastic. They're closed on Sundays and Mondays, but they're open for lunch and dinner time for the rest of the week. Yes, and they do serve beer there, so if you like the nice cool beer when you're eating your burger, then this is definitely the place to go. What I recommend, though I've only been there once, but like I said, one of the best burgers I ever had. The chili cheeseburger is fantastic, and also so is the chili cheese fries. So yes, if you're ever in Amarillo, man, check out Coyote Bluff Cafe. It's fantastic. Another place I'd like to recommend is a place in Denver, Colorado. It's called Duffys Cherry Cricket. They have 4 locations in and around Denver, and the original location has been there since 1945. They are open 7 days a week, and they are open for lunch and dinner, and they do serve alcohol in case you like a beer or a cocktail with your burger. The burgers I recommend are the Cricket Burger and the El Jefe Burger. It's been quite a long time since me and the family have been there to eat their burgers, but I remember they're one of the best burgers I ever ate. So please check out Duffy's Cherry Cricket. Another place I would like to highly recommend is in Great Falls, Montana, at a place called Roadhouse Diner. Now, these guys have been on a lot of different television shows, and they won all kinds of awards, and I know that they have really great reviews on TripAdvisor and Yelp. Well earned, I must say, because like I said, this is one of the best burgers that me and my family have ever eaten in our entire lives, for sure. The burgers I like to recommend would be like the double with cheese and jalapenos, sriracha mayo, and bacon. And they used to have this thing called the trailer park fries. I don't know if they still have them or not, but I remember those being excellent. And they're also open Wednesday through Saturday from 11 o'clock a.m. to 7 p.m. So they're closed on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So please make a note of that. But yes, if you're ever in Great Falls, Montana, definitely check out Roadhouse Diner. All right, next we're going to roll on down to Arkansas to a place called David's Burgers. They have 9 different locations in and around Little Rock, Arkansas. They're open for lunch and dinner, and I'm not really 100% sure about all the locations, but I do believe they are closed on Sundays. The burger I would highly recommend would be the double burger with pepper jack cheese and grilled jalapenos. And I would also like to recommend their ice cream. It is really good. Pretty close to homemade, if I do say so myself. So yes, if you're ever around the Little Rock area, definitely check out David's Burgers. The next place that I'd like to recommend is a place in Lawton, Oklahoma. And the place is called Burgess Grill. They've been around since 1962, and this is a cash-only place. They're closed Sunday and Monday, and they're open the rest of the week from 9 a.m. to 4. They are known for their hodgepodge burger, and also my wife says they got pretty good Philly cheesesteak sandwiches too, because that's what she had when we went there. But I tell you, the hodgepodge burger was fantastic. Please check out the Burgess Grill in Lawton, Oklahoma. Next place I would like to highly recommend, we're going all the way down to Houston, Texas, to a place called Lankford Grocery. Now, they've been there since 1937, and they converted it into a restaurant later on down the road. They've been featured on diners, drive-ins, and dives. Now, they're open every single day from breakfast till dinner time. The burgers that I would recommend are the Firehouse Burger, the Houston Burger, and the Red, White, and Blue Burger. And may I add that they have the best fried pickles that both my daughter and myself have ever eaten. So yeah, if you're ever in Houston, definitely check out Lankford Grocery. They're awesome. The next place I'd like to highly recommend, we're going all the way to Memphis, Tennessee for this one, a place called Dyer's Burgers. Now, if you like your hamburgers extra greasy, this is the place. They've been around since 1912. Yeah, they're right there on Beale Street. So, if you ever go to Beale Street and you party down, you definitely got to have a Dyer's Burger because they are fantastic. The burgers, if you didn't know, are actually cooked in grease that's over 100 years old. They just keep the grease there and they just keep kind of adding to it and stuff. So, you may be eating some molecules from 100 years ago if you ever have their burgers. But, anyways, they usually put pickles, onions, and mustard on your hamburger. So if you're the kind of person that likes to drag it through the salad, like they say, and at the In-N-Outs, if you're a fan of like the lettuce and tomato, well, they could put it on there for you. But yeah, they come with pickles, onions, and mustard. I highly recommend the double with cheese. And also they have deep fried Twinkies. Of course, if you ever had deep fried Twinkie, they're really good. They're open for lunch and dinner, and actually open till 2 a.m. on the weekends. I think that at one time they used to be 24 hours. Not sure, but yeah, now they got set hours. Lunch, dinner, open till 2 a.m. on weekends. Anyways, yes, if you're ever in Memphis, Tennessee, man, check out Dyer's. All right, another place that I would highly recommend is a place called Just Hamburgers. They have 2 locations in Paducah, Kentucky, and they also have one in Paxton, Illinois, which is actually the original location. And they've been open since 1971. And rumors have it that they're supposed to be opening up another location in Monticello, Illinois. I'm not sure if it's open yet, but they're coming there. I know the store in Paxton, Illinois is closed on Sunday, but this place is open for lunch and dinner. What I recommend there is the double cheeseburgers, the bacon double cheeseburgers, and the chili cheese dogs. So yeah, if you're ever in Paducah, Kentucky, or Paxton, Illinois, and even Monticello, Illinois, check out Just Hamburgers. All right, next we're going to head north to Sikeston, Missouri, to a place called Kirby's Sandwich Shop. Now, this place has been open since 1907, and they're closed Sunday and Monday, but they're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What I'd like to recommend there is the Kirby burger, which is a double cheeseburger with grilled onions. Fantastic place. Check out Kirby's Sandwich Shop, Sikeston, Missouri. Last but certainly not least, we're heading to Chicago, Illinois, to a place called Kuma's Corner. They got 3 locations. They got 2 in the Chicagoland area, and they got 1 in Indianapolis, Indiana. They're open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. And if you're a fan of heavy metal music like I am, they have heavy metal themed burgers and stuff like that. And they always got heavy metal playing over the loudspeaker. Pretty cool place to go. What I recommend there is the Black Sabbath burger, the Slayer burger, and they got really good fried pickles. So yes, if you're ever in Chicago, Illinois, or even Indianapolis, Indiana, check out Kuma's Corner. Okay, I'm also going to give a shout out to some of my favorite fast food places that are out there. A lot of these are nationwide, some are worldwide, and I'm going to try and make this as short as I can because these are nationwide fast food places, but I tell you, these places, they deserve a shout out because they make fantastic food. Anyways, here we go. Smash Burger. My go-tos are like the double Colorado smash and the double spicy jalapeno smash, and they also have the build your own burger option if you want to do that. Shake Shack. My favorite things there are the avocado bacon burger and the smoke shack. Dairy Queen, flamethrower burger. And I also love Blizzards. They got really good onion rings as well. Whataburger, love their patty melts, man. Tell you, throw some jalapenos on there, they're fantastic. Love their milkshakes. They also got really good onion rings. Hardee's, also Carl Jr., depending on where you live. Love Monster Burgers and Frisco Burgers. And I also like their regular French fries, and they got good curly fries too. Wendy's, love Baconator. Also can't go wrong with the Frosties, right? They even got good salads. What can I say? Burger King, love a Whopper with cheese. And, oh, also, my daughter Sarah, she really loves the chicken fries, so I figure I'd mention that too. Rallies / Checkers. This is pretty much the same thing. I think they got the same menu, depending on where you live. Love the Big Beefer combo. And I tell you what, man, when it comes to French fries, they definitely have the best fast food French fries out of anybody, I think. Jack in the Box, depending on what time of day or night it is, their tacos, man, they rock, man, especially late at night. And just their basic cheeseburgers are fantastic. A&W, now, they're kind of hard to find nowadays. Sometimes you'll see the A&W along with the Long John Silvers. But if you happen to see a freestanding A&W somewhere, check them out, man. Just their basic cheeseburgers are fantastic. And I also like a good root beer float. Well, there you have it, folks. Those are my favorite burger places. Please like and subscribe. And in case there's a really great place out there and I didn't have it on my list, I either have never had it before, I had it and I had just thought it was just okay, or I thought it sucked. Well, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.